Hi there and welcome to this week's Insight from the Akashic. I'm Jen Duchen, and this week is February 21 through 27, the final week of February. It's very potent because of the twos. We're in a 2-year where we're finding balance and making that harmonious connection between two extremes, between two polarities, and where we stand and how we stand. So it's a very powerful month this month, and it's the final week, but for one day, which moves into the next week. So I'm using the illuminating journey cards that I created with the guidance of the Akashic records. And let's see what the cards have to say. So the first card is the 26. How appropriate. We're actually in a universal 8-month. So we have the 26. So it's really speaking about this idea of how we choose to activate our destiny, our soul's destiny, with the 8, with the golden palace filled with flamingos, and kind of that idea of being powerful within ourselves, empowered by our choices, empowered by our voices, empowered about how we stand for who we are and how we resist being shoved into controlled behavior. So that's really interesting, this card, because this is the card that speaks to the idea of being activated spiritually into that place where we may still be in the same place, but we have opportunity to go deeper into a more divine, attuned energy, to really find the doorways and the passageways into the more appealing and divine places, the places we have looked for and hoped to be in. And here we are being invited in. So bringing our power to the table instead of giving it away, how are we bringing it forward and being with what comes through, being with our experience, as opposed to thinking it means something different, trying to go back in our heads and then making up stories instead of just being present. Second card is the 16. So this is very interesting because this is the card of when power dissolves, or breaks, or shatters, and it is struck by lightning. What we have looked to turns upside down. That's the 16. It's also this card that speaks to the power that has been, that we've looked to, that has guided us, that is now dismantling. And so we are forced to take more responsibility for how we engage with power and what we say and do around it. But it's also inviting us to take this journey of the heart to the golden palace, to the place that calls us to take those difficult steps. And then the third and final card is also an 8, so that's very powerful. And it's the sense of the indomitable spirit, the knowing that where we've come from has, yes, been our home, but it's kind of burning in a sense, or it's burned down. It's like our values, the things that we trust and believe in, have disappeared. And so we are forced to take this journey. So a lot of this week is about finding the, in the 8, we have the infinity symbol, finding the infinity loop that allows us to understand that we are in charge of our journey and that we must take this journey in order to find ourselves in the rooms in the Golden Palace we did not know were there. So how we use time, how we apply our abilities, our gifts, what is true for us, how willing we are to take this journey that is very spiritual in nature. So we are being called to connect deeper and deeper to our spiritual natures and to the truth within us, and not allow anything that appears to be in our way to stop us from getting to the place that is true for us. That's this week's reading, and I'm going to send you lots of love. I'm Jen Duchen of jenduchen.com, and I will see you next time.